Good morning, everybody. It's Tiana, Tara's Mama VSG, and I am coming to you freshly out of bed. I am sipping on my coffee, and I'm going to do my week 36 and 37 video for you. I realized that it's already Sunday, and I haven't done a video for my every other week thing, and I don't want to do another 3-week installment for you, so I'm just going to do a video, whether I look like shit or not, and whether I'm all the way awake or not. So if I stumble over my words and everything, I'm sorry. So yeah, this is week 37, or it was on Thursday, was 37, and let's just go ahead and jump into the numbers. So this video is just kind of short and sweet. My coffee makes me bubble in the morning. My sleeve is still adjusting to taking stuff in the morning. So my highest weight ever recorded was the end of September 2013, and I weighed in at 274.4. Surgery day weight was December 19th, and I weighed in at 254.4. And then the last video series I did for you guys was like a 3-week 3-week installment or whatever, chunk of videos, or recapping, whatever, I don't even know. And I came in at 183.8 for a 2.2 pound loss from the previous week. So I was thinking that was a big loss, and that was good for me. I didn't think anything was, I thought I would probably stall out for a little while, like I kind of have been. And then I get on the scale for week 36, and I come in at 178.6 for a 5.2 pound loss for that week. I was baffled. I didn't even get it. I'm like, I sort of had extra tight restriction that week during Tim's surgery and kind of his pre-op liquid diet phase and everything. I was kind of, I don't know if it was like sympathy restriction or whatever, but I kind of, I wasn't able to eat very much. I guess that it could have been that, but also I think it was Wednesday, the day before I weighed in for week 36. I had gotten up in the morning and I just had coffee. I didn't eat any breakfast, which is a bad idea. And then I had promised my daughter I was going to take her to the park, and we did. And I also stopped and got Starbucks on the way to the park. And I don't know if they put too much milk in my Starbucks or if something just triggered not eating anything. I don't know what happened. But I had serious dumping syndrome all of a sudden. My daughter is playing on this like bouncing grasshopper thing at the park, and I'm like, we gotta go. And I literally, she was freaking out. She was pissed off at me, and she's like, what is going on, Mom? I'm like, Mommy has to go home now. So I dragged her to the car, buckled her in as best that I could. I couldn't even get her in the car right because I was shaking because I had to go to the bathroom that bad. And I get home and I, do my thing, and I'm sweating and I'm clammy, and I had to have been dumping syndrome. There's nothing else that could have filled those shoes. It was pretty bad. Even the rest of the day I just kind of felt really yucky. At least for the next couple of hours. So I don't know if that played into me losing 5.2 pounds that week, that I was dehydrated myself by having massive dumping syndrome, or what. I don't know. But I weighed myself several times and it was 178.4, 0.6, whatever. So I just took it. I'm like, I guess that's just what my body wants to do this week. And then last week, or this Thursday, week 37, I had a feeling that I was going to have a gain because we had family in town for Labor Day weekend, and I ate like shit. I had donuts, I had cheesecake, I had chips, we had drinks, we had candy. Obviously not all in one day or anything, but I still had those things. We had pizza. And I didn't track hardly at all that week or that weekend, so I just knew I was going to have a gain, and I did. So for week 37, I came in at 180.4 for a 1.8 pound gain. And I was expecting it completely because I mean, that's still a loss from week 35 of, I don't even know, I didn't do the math for that one. It's like 2.4 pounds or something like that. Or 3.4 pounds. 3.4 pounds. Or something like that. So, I don't know. I think I'm still, like, I think I was still recovering from that really big loss or that dehydration or whatever. I have a feeling that I might have another gain coming up this week because I've weighed myself several times this week or since I weighed in, and it's just kind of slowly creeping up. So it's really weird what's going on right now. I'm not exactly eating amazing, but I'm not eating terrible this week. I'm drinking a lot of coffee. So I don't know. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear, but my clothes are all fitting the same. So, excuse me. My clothes are all fitting the same, so I'm just going to go with it. But to kind of sum everything up, because I'm just rambling, that is a loss from my highest weight ever of 94 pounds, exactly. And if you were going by last week's numbers, it was like almost 96 pounds. 95.8, I think it was. Because I gained 1.8 pounds, yeah. Jeez. And then 74 pounds from surgery. So that's freaking fabulous. I am so close to hitting 100 pounds, which is freaking bananas. I don't even know. It's hard to wrap your brain around that number. 100 pounds. That's like a toddler. That's like a young adult, you know. Some adults, actually. There was a girl I worked with who was like 5 foot, and she weighed 100 pounds. So that's just crazy. Yeah, like I said, this video is supposed to be short and sweet, and I'm rambling. So, a couple of shout-outs since my last video. I didn't make any notes. Now my brain isn't working. Everything just literally went right out of my head just a second. My dog is whining at me. Get down. I'll put shout-outs in the down bar description box, whatever. But I did have an NSV this past week. I needed new work shorts for work, and one of the girls at work said that Ann Taylor Loft was having a sale, and they were like $7. So I was like, sweet, I'll go get work shorts. Right on. I fully expected to walk into that store and buy a size 12. I sound like I have a frog in my throat. I was fully expecting to buy a size 12. And I put on a size 12, and they're loose on me. And Ann Taylor, I mean, it's not like Old Navy. They don't run big. I don't know. I was just like, this is not right. What is going on here? And I just like baffled in the dressing room. So I get dressed and I go out and I grab some size 10s. And lo and behold, they fit perfectly. I mean, in the butt, in the waist, in the thighs, in the everything was just absolutely perfect. I mean, around the waist, the waistband has no stretch at all, which, why do they do that? Why do they put a tiny bit of, like, different material, like, or fabric in everywhere else, but around the waistband, it's like a rope, and there's no give or anything. So it's a tiny, tiny bit tight around the waist, but I would rather it be tight right now than loose, because I'm hoping, you know, to still lose another size, and I don't want to have to go buy another pair of work shorts. You know, when that happens, I can just wear a belt. And speaking of belts, I had to put another hole in my belt. This belt that I'm wearing for work I couldn't even, you know, put it on me after or before surgery. And now there's so much, like, it's going to wrap around me. I think I'm just going to keep poking new holes into it, and just to see how far I can go, because it's crazy. And then I'll just keep that as like a memento or whatever of my surgery, because that's just crazy. Because before, literally, I couldn't even get the two ends to meet, like, not even put it together, but I couldn't even, like, wrap it around at all. So that's crazy. Tim is doing really well. An update on that. We're gonna do a video for him this week. He hasn't weighed himself, so I have no idea how much weight he's lost this week. I'm super excited. I can really see it in his face already, and a little bit like in his chest and stuff. So that's awesome. I'm gonna change my channel name. I want to incorporate Tim into it, and there's been a couple of ideas floating around, but Tim kind of wants to think about it a little bit. He thinks it's just like this big old deal. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna change my channel name, and just, yeah, like I said, just add him to it. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys, for this update. I have to go get ready for work, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.